songwriting time, where we learn to combine melody and harmony, rhythm and rhyme. So come on, let's go. It's a songwriting show for course code MUS310. Welcome to this special minor key edition of the Songwriting Show. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I actually cannot help myself. So, but anyway, now we're going to do some actual educational programming, and we are going to talk about minor melodies. We'll start with the natural minor scale. And the natural minor scale it's related to the major scale, but if we just start on the 6th degree and go up to the 6th degree, then we've got the natural minor scale. So if we have no sharps, no flats, the major key is C, the 6th of that is A, and so we've got A natural minor. Did you follow all that? So that's the natural minor scale. Now, and I've got a picture of it right there, natural minor scale. How about that? Now, if we want to harmonize, put some chords to that, and we're writing a minor song in a minor key. So if we harmonize that with all minor triads, it's going to sound like this. So da, da, so it sounds okay. It sounds right, but it also sounds just kind of blah. There's not a whole lot of harmonic urgency or interest in that. And so to solve that problem, music scientists in their music labs, researching for years, discovered that if you change the 5 chord of a minor in a minor key to a major triad, you get a whole lot more urgency and satisfaction in that 5-1 cadence. So if we're in the key of A minor, in the natural minor, if we go that 5-1 cadence, we go from A minor to E minor to back to A minor. I mean, it sounds okay. But listen to it when we change that 5 chord, the E minor, to an E major. Hear that? It sounds a lot more urgent and more satisfying. If we want to make it even more satisfying, we'll make that 5 chord a dominant 7th chord. So listen to this. So that's even more satisfying. So, but an interesting thing happens when we do that. When we change the that 5 triad to major, we change one of the notes in the scale. So we actually change the 7th degree of that scale. We sharpen that. It moves up by a semitone. And so then the scale now sounds like this. Now that sounds really interesting because we're used to scales where each step is either a major second or a minor second away, like a whole step or a half step away. But now in this scale, there's a minor third interval in the scale, which to us sounds, to use a technical term, janky. So it's hard to sing, you know, a harmonic minor line with that minor third in there. And it does sound kind of, I don't know, jarring to us to hear it. So here's what songwriters have done. And by the way, that scale is called the harmonic minor scale. And here's a picture of it right down there. Check that out. That's pretty cool. So here's what songwriters have done to solve that problem. They will just write their song in a minor key and when they come to the 5 chord, they'll use a major chord. Now, if they are, if the melody has the 7th degree in it while they're playing that 5 chord, then they'll make it sharp. So in our case, if they'll make it a G sharp in the key of A minor. But otherwise, they'll just stay at the natural minor, but they'll sort of borrow from that harmonic minor scale, that 5 major chord, so that you get that satisfying cadence, that satisfying 5/1 cadence. So for instance, very common minor chord progression is you start on the 1 chord, and then you move down like that. So we will go from A, G, F, and then the E major, the 5 major chord. Hit the Road Jack, really well-known song. Lots of other songs are written to this progression, and so Hit the Road Jack is like, hit the road, Jack, don't come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And so actually we're not singing the 7th degree of that scale. We're not singing a G while we're playing that 5 major chord. So we don't have any conflict there. So we play that major chord. It gives a much more satisfying cadence resolution back to the 1 chord. But just listen to it if we just play a regular E minor. Listen to how different it sounds. Hit the road, Jack, don't come back no more, no more, no more, no more. It just doesn't have that same, satisfying resolution that we really love, that our ears actually love. So play around with the minor scale and use that. You can use like that natural minor, which is sort of easier to sing and sounds more pleasing to our ears, but borrow that 5 major chord for that nice 5/1 satisfying cadence. Now there's one other minor scale that I want to talk to you about that's really popular in pop music, and that is the Dorian scale, or the Dorian minor mode. And here's a picture of it right here. Now, remember, I told you that the natural minor is related to the major scale, in that if we start at the 6th degree of the major scale and then go up 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the natural minor scale. Now, the Dorian mode, if we start at the 2nd degree of a major scale and then go up that scale 7 notes, that gives us the Dorian mode. Here's what the Dorian, I mean, I've got it here. I think I've got A Dorian down there. And here's what that scale sounds like. So the signature note of the Dorian mode is that natural 6. And you have heard that note because you have heard a very popular song by Santana. There's one lick that he plays that goes like this. That's that natural 6. And then the next lick is like, so it's got that natural 6 in there, which just sounds so succulent and juicy. I mean, it's just a great note, and it's really popular in sort of funk groove based pop music. Thriller is another song that is Dorian. The chorus of Thriller is let's see, now let me get got the chords up here. 'Cause this is thriller, thriller, there's that natural 6, there ain't no second chance to kill that thing before the whatever it is. Thriller, thriller, there's that natural 6. And it's also really popular in rock music. And so here's an example that came to my mind. future. And whatever comes our way, yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Catch the world, there's that natural six in a love embrace. Fire all of the guns at once and explode into space. Anyway, we'll see if the YouTube copyright police come after me for using those melodies. Can you believe that they actually can listen and tell if you've used a melody, if you've like sung a melody, even as poorly as I sing, they can find that. So let's hope that they don't. In any case, Dorian mode, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take some lyrics that you have, or you could just sort of randomly, you know, spit some bars over a Dorian progression. Just play a minor chord, make that your one chord, and then play the 4 chord and make it a major chord. And that, I mean, that's how you tell if a song is Dorian mode. If it's in a minor key, but the 4 chord is major, then it has that Dorian sound, that Dorian scale that you have heard a million times. You know this scale. So just take that 1 minor to a 4 major, play that progression, and start fooling around with that. Use some lyrics that you have written, or just spontaneously compose some words over that and fool around with that Dorian sound and see what you can come up with. Now, you guys know that I've been working hard on providing Easter eggs in these videos, you know, fun things, a little reward for the end of the video. But I got to be honest with you, I am spending a little more time than maybe I probably should on those things. I mean, depending on who you talk to. So I still want to provide this content that you crave, but I gotta sort of dial back the amount of effort I'm putting into it. So here I have, I'm going back into the archives. I got a clip from our home movies from 2008, and this is Preston and Pierce and Gideon, our 3 boys, fooling around at the beach, and enjoy it. I'll see you next time on the Songwriting Show, MUS 310.
Hi, Preston.